Hey, what's poppin' to you? Everybody, what's going on? Eastern Yo's Finance hosted by Mike. I am fucking high as a kite. I had to go and get my finger reset it, and I am extremely high as hell right now. I don't even know how I drove home. I told them that somebody was coming to pick me up because they gave me some narcotics, and I know that was a stupid thing to do. I did it anyway. I had to go meet up with a guy that I met. I met him months ago. I met him months ago in what do you call that? In fuck. I forgot what toy show it was. My boy Tony set up. I mean, my boy Tony helped me on Saturday, but then my Michelle and Isaiah helped me bring shit in on Friday evening. But it was basically a Saturday and Sunday show at that armory. I forgot what part of Jersey it was, but I met him there. He brought all my test shot shit, and he paid up for that stuff. And ironically, I seen him, my boy Eunice, the one who met up with me today, as a matter of fact. Um, he brought a lot of shit off for me as well. Of course, he buys in bulk. I love to sell in bulk. He told me about this flea market up in New York, upstate New York. Me, Isaiah, and Michelle went there. It started raining, but I saw him there, and then I wound up seeing him in like another show. Then after the other show, I actually saw him at GI Joe Fest in fucking Georgia, which was hilarious. Then we saw at two more shows. Then the last show, I was like, all right, listen, man, we got to make this deal, da da da. So we did it today. We met at the warehouse of Mythic Legions. Mythic Legions is a warehouse, and yeah, cool guy. I'm not gonna mention his name because, I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to keep who I buy shit from to myself. Um, I don't like being like that because I feel like it's selfish. But nobody looks out for me really, so I'm starting not to kiss and tell anymore. I've done that with storage units. That bit me in my ass. I've done that with thrift shops. That bit me in my ass, and I'm not gonna be doing that anymore. So from now on, I'm basically I'll just tell you guys where like, hey, this person XYZ or whatever. Like the individual that's supposed to he has some more stuff for me. This is like my second time meeting up with him. Well, this will be my third time meeting up with him from Facebook Marketplace. But he hasn't set a date yet. He said his schedule for last month was hectic, so this month should be better. So I'll probably reach out to him and be like, hey, what's good, da da da, and see what he got. He's the guy that I got all those Hot Wheels cases and shit from, and some other stuff. First deal we did was all video game related stuff. I sold all that stuff. This was before I decided to just start buying a lot of video game shit. And, basically, taking less than half of it and and just basically recycling that money to pay, well, using half of that to pay for other shit that I'm going to keep. I mean, there's a good chance I'm not going to keep any of this stuff. I might just, get all this stuff boxed and just sell off one huge collection to units because he's the money guy. He's the guy that's been buying a lot of shit. He plays games every once in a while as far as when he's gonna come, but when it come to business, he don't. He's straight up. He has 10,000, has 15, da da da, X Y Z. He's like how I used to be when it came to this. Yeah. So anyhow, this other guy, he's at the flea market, and I went to his place of business, and I brought the mass majority of his stuff. And ironically, literally across the street, and literally right down the block, is a little thrift shop place, and I wound up getting these, but I'll talk about those in a sec. So like I said, I did meet up with this individual, and I wanted to keep my test shot Darth Maul, but I mean I'm pretty sure I'll probably meet Ray Park again, but whatever. Excuse me. So we did a trade in cash. So I got cash from him and a trade, and then that cash basically got recycled into this. So and I wound up getting these four guys. These guys are around 170 to over 200 each. And yeah, so I wound up getting these four. He did have a fifth one, and I think he sold it at think it was Joe. I think it was Joe Fest in Georgia. So he held these for me since then because we sort of had made a deal. So he held his shit and I held mine, and we wound up working a deal. Most of these guys are around 50 to about almost between $50 and $90 more if they had their weapons each. So these guys are already complicatedly expensive. That's not a word. That's just my exaggeration on just how expensive these things can be. So I am happy I got these, and these are going in my collection. I believe I may have Psych out already. I'm not too sure. But there's a variant. I don't even remember. But anyway, these are going in my Tiger Force collection. I'm about to say Tiger Claw. So all this stuff I got from this individual who sells at the Meadowlands flea market. And he has his own store. And he gets a lot of people that come in and buy and sell stuff to him. And, you know, it's good because he is always constantly going to have people coming into his store because he buys a little bit of everything that has value. And he buys cheap because he sells cheap. So he hooked me up, him and his worker, you know. Then he had to go take care of something. Let's just put it that way. So I was there with his worker, and, you know, this individual looked up stuff they had on eBay. He quoted a price to that individual. That individual quoted it back to me, and we made a deal. We made basically 3 deals. I got there before the time before the time he had to leave to go take care of what he needed to take care of. And he was happy with he quoted me prices. I said, okay. I was happy with the prices. He was happy with giving the prices. He was happy with the money. And so I wound up giving him basically a little over $600 for all this shit. It was, yeah. I do think I left something behind. I don't know why I think that, because I was just grabbing a lot of shit, and he does have some Star Wars figures and some G.I. Joe figures. I believe they are complete with weapons. But being that it was late in the day and his worker was only going to be there for another 35 minutes, and they had to pull, and he had to figure out what he wanted to do. So he's basically going to look everything up, and most likely between Tuesday and Monday, he'd let me know what that stuff's going to come up to. So I'm cool with that. And by doing that, we're even growing an even bigger and better rapport, because now he knows that, oh, okay, I'm fair, he's fair, and, you know, that works out great for both of us. Again, you know, this is why I don't like burning bridges with people, because, you know, when sometimes you have to overpay or give a person their price just to keep the good rapport. You don't want to always juice somebody down all the time, because when you do that, it makes people think twice about dealing with you. And when you keep owing, it makes people really think about never dealing with you. They don't want to bring you shit because you always want to deal, and then you don't want to, then you want to owe, and and this, that, and the third. And, and this is what he told me. He said, a lot of people there, they always want this and that, and they love having a hand out to grab, but they never like going in their pocket to give back. And I was like, that's true. And he said, that's one thing I always like about you. You walk around with a mean mug, but you always buy. You always buy. When I have stuff, whatever. And you say, what if you do a package deal? You never get disrespectful. You never say, hey, I have to owe you this all the time. He said he gets, especially when it comes to video games, he gets that so many times. And he's like, I stopped doing that with a lot of people, man. Because, everybody loves putting their hand out to grab, but they never like going in their pocket to give back. And I was like, yeah. And he said, that's why I stopped doing it with a lot of people. It makes me feel like a douchebag, but you know what? I'd rather go home, with somebody thinking I'm a douchebag than to go home with less stuff and less money in my pocket, waiting for this person to give me my money back. And I was like, I got you. A lot of people at the flea market feel like that with a lot of people. And, this is why I pay up. I don't, if it's something for me, I know I can make money on it, I move it. If not, it is what it is. That's why I'm accumulating video gaming now. Because I basically traded mass majority of all my video game stuff to basically fund a G.I. Joe collection I really don't need. And the reason why I say that is because I have all that shit sealed. You know what I mean? But I like it loose. I like to look at this shit. And I'm actually working with somebody from Connecticut, believe it or not, for a lot of my sealed gaming shit and G.I. Joe stuff. So we're in the works. We've been in the works for a couple of months now. And these are heavy banger guys. Like, these are guys that do shows. It's 5 of them, and 3 of them hail out of Connecticut, and 2 hail out of the Boston area. And between the 5 of them, they all do. They all own a shop. Now, I think 2 out of the 5, but I think 2 are business. I don't know what the hell, but I know there's 2 shops involved, and one is a huge consignment shop in Massachusetts, and the other one is a hot, like a, like kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but they like a hobby shop. They do comics, to anything that makes money, that's toy, video game, comic, or media related. They're into, even toys. So yeah, so we're working out a deal there. It's been in the works. They came at me with a number that most of you guys would be like, man, you out your fucking mind. Take that. But for a guy like me that has money in the bank, and I dibble and dabble, it's good, but it's not that wow factor good. And we're talking about big ass pamper boxes full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, getting back to this stuff here, I just decided to speak about it now. Don't ask me why. It just came out. I don't know. But anyway, I got all this stuff. I'm gonna get up in a second. I'm just tired. I'm fucking tired and sore. You guys should be very happy that I'm doing this fucking video for you sons of bitches, because I am out of it, man. You guys don't understand. That between being in pain, already being an old man, and being on his medication ain't nothing crazy to play with. But anyway, he did say that he think these 2 pieces are probably missing a piece or 2. But I was like, yo, listen, man, they're in the fucking box. These boxes alone got to be worth like 80 to 100 bucks. And I'm like, yo, both of these guys are in the box. I don't give a shit. He actually had this on his eBay shelf already, but he took it down and gave me a quote on it. And this is I'm hoping this is one of the Sega Genesis boxes I needed. Because I'm starting to notice that these are extremely basic, generic PS or PlayStation 1 boxes, the DualShock one. Because I came across so many other PS1 or PlayStation original boxes so much. Now, since I'm into this shit for now, this is the only one I'm fucking coming up with. It's just ridiculous. Then I have another one, but the other one is for another serial number. So I got to try to find that serial number. Just the system. I don't need need to go crazy. Now, you know how many PS1s I would see, or PlayStation original, that I would just see in the fucking flea market just sitting by itself, and like five to 8 people will have them, throughout whatever day I go. But I am definitely going on Sunday. So I don't know what fam Eric and Alex gonna do. If Alex don't want to go, then I guess I'll just meet them 2 at the hotel, because I have to go Sunday morning. That's just as much, if not even more important, than the G.I. Joe show. So, because I got people bringing me shit. One guy, my boy Hospital Matt, he said he's gonna bring some stuff. He's gonna set up and bring some stuff on Sunday, and I'm going there early. I get there early, so I might just tell them that I'll meet them there, because I gotta stop by there. So I'll probably be calling fam Eric in a little while and let him know what my plans are. So we might not be traveling together there and back. You know what I mean? Because I have to go. Yeah, we could probably meet there and then meet up, eat somewhere, and then go our own separate way later. But I got to go on Sunday. That's a must. Even more so of a must than the Joe show. Just because people bring me stuff, and some people will be bringing some nice stuff on Sunday. So I'm definitely gonna leave my house at 5 to get there for 6. So I might leave at 4:30 to get there for 5:30, just to make sure I'm there early and earlier, because I did miss out on a lot of stuff from White Mike. He's been having a lot of video game shit lately on Thursdays and Sundays, and he said he had a lot of video game stuff Thursday, and it all sold. I believe him, because he just had a generic fucking 3DS adapter just sitting there. I mean, yeah, they're like $10, but so what? You know what I mean? How many people come across 3DSs or 3DS XLs or 2DSs, and you need the chargers, because they're it is what it is. But anyhow, moving on to this, I got a little over 600 into everything here, probably more than that, because I think we agreed on 3 1/4 or something. when he left, and then I think I gave him another 3. But I feel like I left something behind. I think there's a bag or something that got left behind, but I was extremely high. And you know, him and his employee, they saw that I was in a lot of pain, so they helped me to the car. The car was only like 50 feet outside the door, not even really. Probably like 30, 35 feet from inside the business to outside to the car. But you know, they all helped. But I don't know. Maybe Isaiah. Hold on a second. I don't know. I feel like maybe Isaiah took a bag of. I don't know. I just feel like there was more. Or maybe I'm just greedy, because the only thing I got from the lady at that thrift shop, nice lady, Spanish lady, think she was an Ecuadorian or something, really nice lady. She didn't look at me like a fucking suspect. Very, very nice, polite. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, can't call her a taco biter because she was just so fucking nice and polite. And she gave me these for a great deal. She didn't make me feel uncomfortable. Because, you know, a lot of Hispanic places I go to, like, they make me feel like shit. Like, a lot of them already don't like us. And they just make you feel a certain way. But anyhow, enough of that bullshit. So, let me get up and stop talking. And so, this is basically what I got from that individual. I'm not going to mention his name. I probably already did it earlier. I don't even fucking know. This, unfortunately, is coming off. But it's a brand new God of War for the PS5. Then you got this brand new EA Sports UFC 5. I don't even know who the hell these people are on the cover. Neither one of those. Then you got the PS5 Grand Theft Auto 5. This is the instruction manual for the PS2, the fat one that's down here. Then all these wires. I don't know why I thought there was supposed to be. I thought there was a Nintendo. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it's right here. I thought there was a Nintendo wire and a Nintendo fuck you call that adapter, but I don't think it was. I also got this a Wii adapter. I don't know why I picked this up. Fucking NHL. Then, you know, you got this. I always try to get these when I can for the Wiis, because when I get box Wiis and stuff, I would like them to come with their stand at least. Then you got all these. You got like 9 Game Gear games. You got Revenge of Dracon. You got Columns, which is like their version of Tetris. You got G-Lock Air Battle. Then you got Sonic Hedgehog 2 Echo. I actually like that game. Beavis and Butthead, Paperboy, Addams Family, and Psychic World. And my favorite, as I said before, my favorite Need for Speed game, Most Wanted. Dan Smith is high. I love this fucking game. I will be playing this on a PSP. Trust me. I might want to get a banging ass handheld and get it modified so I can play all these games on just one system instead of taking the game out. I would like to do that, so I'll probably find somebody who can do it. Ridge Racer, the original Ridge Racer for the PlayStation. This is how the games came. It's missing a piece of styrofoam that goes across here to make sure the game stays in there. But finding this in the original PlayStation case is amazing, because they switched this case for the regular CD case because they realized that it cost way more money to put this in here than in the other one. Then for the Sega Genesis, we got not for resale, Sonic the Hedgehog, the game. Then we have this game. I'm telling you, I'm missing some games, man. I think I left them by mistake, so I'll call Joe and ask him. Featuring the Motley Crue hits. So you got Cruel Ball, which is like I think it's like a pinball game. I'm thinking that's what it's supposed to be. If it is, I'll be keeping that because I love pinball games. Pinball and shooters is my shit for any system. I'll play out and pool. Like, I'm gonna tell you, my favorite pool game of all time is Side Pockets for the Sega Genesis is my fucking game. I love Side Pockets. And also another game I love for the Sega Genesis, and I never liked role-playing games, is a game called Immortal. It's just that game is crazy. And I think I showed you guys this. So we got Karate Kid, Super Mario 3, Snoopy, and Double Dragon 2, another copy. I showed you guys that. I showed you that. We got for the PS2 we got Time Crisis 3. For the PS2 we got Simpsons Road Rage, and then for the Nintendo 64 we have Pokemon Snap. I don't do Pokemon games. And here are some instructions. You got Psychic World. Let me see, what game is this. I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's gonna be chess or some shit. Okay, it's like a Zelda type game. We got Paperboy, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Echo. So basically we got all the manuals for them. Too bad no boxes. Oh, we have a Sega Game Gear instruction manual. I think this is a Sega Game. Oh no, yeah, this came with the Game Gear and all of, different what's it called. We got the Mellowade stuff. We got that. I think this also probably, I don't know. What is this? Just a lot of paperwork. Docs High Tech. I think that's maybe, I don't know. Sega Game Gear, Adams Family. This is, what is this? Welcome to the next level. Sega CD. There's another one. Then we got Stampede for the, look like mice done got to that. The motherfuckers will eat anything. That's why I don't understand how these people in other countries be eating them nasty ass fucking animals. I mean, anything that would eat, they would eat literally anything. Like, it's fucking disgusting. The shit people would eat is crazy. We got a catalog. What is this? Wow. Chuck Rock for the Game Gear. Dragster. We got here Atari. I'm gonna take those back to him because I know he'll probably need those. What is this? I don't know. I think these are also old school. Yeah, Atari stuff. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Look at that. I know exactly what that is. 16210 Jamaica Avenue. 162-10. That's 162nd Street and Jamaica Avenue in Queens. That's fucking nuts. What are the odds of that? Oh, man. What did this person buy? Game Gear Sports Pack at $149.99. And GG Poker. Can't make out the rest. For $29.99. That's crazy. And most of these guys are Habibis, like, Indians or Pakistani people. Some more catalogs for the Sega Game Gear. My least favorite handheld, because that thing fucking breaks down and have more issues. If the sound works, the audio, if the audio works, the visual don't. If the visual works, the audio doesn't. There's always one or the other with this system and like the Ataris and like ColecoVisions. Them things always have an issue, man. All right, and then again we got these. Again, you got Bret the Hitman Hart. You got I forgot his name. Sergeant Slaughter, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's missing his dragon things in the back. Then we got the newer versions of what they brought out. You got Ultimate Warrior, The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Then you got Goldberg. Who's next? And of course, you got these two again. You got the Courageous Power Warrior. And then you got Grungy, the Power Warrior. Renegade Armored Robot. Then, of course, here you got the Sega Genesis with the instruction manual. Not the right controller, but I'll put the right one in there. You got some paperwork. These games are in there. EA Sports. It's in the game. I don't think there's supposed to be no games with this. It's supposed to be like a course system, I think. So we got NBA Live 9 to 5. Then we got World Series Baseball 9 to 5. This guy loved 9 to 5 sports, didn't he? Mm-hmm. So there you got that there, down there. So you got that crap. And then up here you have another PlayStation. Must have like 5 of these fucking boxes. Then of course you got the original Xbox. All it needs is it needs to be taped at the bottom so it don't fucking come falling out. And then you got the original Xbox there. Actually, hold on. Let me go plug this sumbitch in and let's see if there's a game in there. Remember how I told you guys? I mean, just because if a game's not in here, doesn't mean that it's not there. I mean, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means that there's no game in there. But let's see. Maybe Joe turned this on. I don't know. So far, so good. Oh shit! Press the wrong button. Wow! Look at that. Wow! What I tell you guys. Wow, that's crazy. And I kind of figured there was a game in there because it was reading. Remember how I always said 8+% of the time, whenever there's a game in a system, it normally always works. Boom, came right out of there. I kind of knew a game was in there because it was reading, so at least I know that works. And it does have the instruction manual, but no inserts. But that's all good. I should open it. Actually, I'm not gonna go through all that, man. What works, what doesn't. I mean, I don't need to do that with that because that just opens up. Let's see if this plate, actually, it's too many wires. Let me show you guys, since you guys already seen all this stuff, let me show you what I got from the lady. I don't even know what these cost. I just knew they were old. You know, that they're old, and I don't know why somebody didn't buy these. This is the one that has the dope stuff in it. I'm gonna show you what's in this. The other one, stuff is bagged, but like this has a lot more stuff inside. But what really got me excited was he's actually in there. Obi-Wan Kenobi with all this stuff. This is old stuff, and she just had a whole bunch of shit here at the bottom. So we got somebody's shoe, we got a pencil, we got a Lego, we got a piece of chalk. You know, you can't be old school without chalk, right? You got this piece. We got the rest of it, whatever the hell this stuff is. I'm guessing this is not part of that. And we got a big ass battery, which I wouldn't keep in here. I mean, obviously it's not complete, but you know, shit. You know what I mean? Like, I paid $20 for both. And that Obi-Wan Kenobi is worth about, what, $40? Because he's complete. So, it's like I got these guys. It's like I got these for free. And yes, for those who may or may not know, these will be going to Eunice. This stuff will be going to him. Because he pays. And by me doing this with him, I'm basically funding all the video game stuff I want to keep. Which ain't normally my cup of tea on how I like doing business for myself. Like, but, you know, because like video gaming, I used to come across so much video game shit in red, white, and blue, and all these places. I mean, you know, I used to always get lucky. Not that lucky in Value Village in Hawthorne or in the My Unique downtown Patterson, because like a few years ago, this dude named Eddie Silver, he he basically ran down, the store in Patterson. You know, he's Spanish. The workers were Spanish, so you already know how that goes. I mean, it is what the fuck it is. You already know how that goes. And I guess he would buy stuff for people there that worked there as well. And he was doing side shit with them. They let him walk in the back. They let him pick whatever the fuck he wanted. I mean, it was crazy. And some workers got fired. Some workers didn't. There's some other workers that are still there that shouldn't be there. To this day, that still shouldn't be working there. But they, I guess they got away scot-free with keeping their jobs. But they be doing that. They be doing that shit, man. A lot of Spanish people are funny. I don't care if y'all Spanish and don't like what I'm saying. It is what the fuck it is, man. A lot of y'all, you speak the language and they wanna use that shit to their advantage. And it is what it is, man. I mean, hey, if you got a tool, utilize it, right? Am I mad at it? No, I can't get mad at it, because again, they utilize what they utilize. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I can't complain about it just because I don't speak the language. Can't get mad about it. Just, you know what I mean? It is what the fuck it is. Nobody put a gun to their head and say, hey, do this for this person because they speak the language. I mean, do I like it? No. Do I think it's fair? Hell no. But what the fuck am I going to do about it? It's not, what I'm saying? It's not my place. I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've spoken up about it and I've said shit. Because they do that, and a lot of people, but you can't really blame the people that, hey, I speak Spanish, so I'm gonna speak Spanish to this person and see if they bring shit out, and they do. You could be new, and you go in there talking that pika puka puka shit. Next thing you know, boom, they bring everything out. Yeah, crazy. Okay, so there's no game in this PlayStation 2, but it sounds good and it's clean. So I am going to end this video. I don't need to plug that in because I could just pop that open and the lid will pop up. I do want to clean this stuff. I clean everything, like I said. I can't help it. It's just me. And then I'll put everything back in these boxes and put it downstairs and start calculating, because I did order some boxes, even for systems I don't have. I ordered some boxes on eBay yesterday, or Evil Bay. I'm going back to Evil Bay. Whatnot is just too much a hassle. Oh, and also I forgot, and I also got that from him in the background. That's why I had that there. This Transformers Armada Optimus Prime. I don't know how complete it is, but it comes in a box. It has a trailer and him. So I know these things normally go for like about $185 to over $100. So I took that as well. So anyway, y'all, gotta go. Peace.